Tell us what you like about Evander Kane.
Well, I think every team is looking to be harder to play against, and for us, with the group we have here, when a player like this comes available to the cost, we felt we have a chance to upgrade our top 9, a mid-6, and become a harder team to play against. Obviously, Evander, the way his contract was structured, he had a preferred 15 teams to go to, and Vancouver was his preferred destination.
Does that mean something to you in the organization?
Well, it definitely means something for us here to have a player that is on a one-year deal get a chance to come home and after 2 back-to-back years in the Stanley Cup Finals with experience playing with Draisaitl and McDavid and a good team in Edmonton. It means a lot to have an excited player coming here to Vancouver and provide the spark and juice we need here.
How much are you hoping that'll turn him back into that 25-30 goal scorer? And have you chatted with him, since the trade was made?
Yeah, I chatted with him this morning. He was super excited. He was with his kids at the swimming pool. But I mean, at his age, sitting out last year and coming in and performing like he did in the playoffs was pretty impressive. So I think he will do everything he can to give us what we want and what he's capable of doing too. So
how much of that overrides the possible character issues that we've seen in his career?
Well, I think the past is the past with Evander. The last couple of years in Edmonton, I think he contribute a lot to the off-ice stuff and helping out in the society there, and having 3 kids here now, I think he has matured. I do believe that this gives us a chance and him a chance to see if this is a fit moving on here, and I'm sure hoping so after this year.
To get to that point, how did you determine that you think this is a guy that's not the long list of things that he has been off the ice?
Well, based on his last 2 years in Edmonton, there hasn't been any issues. I would say almost the opposites, that he's a well-liked guy, and I also know that we did our due diligence here in terms of talking to players and previous staff members as well.
Did you talk to your own players to see how they feel about it?
I know they don't want to play against him. I think that's where Evander is one of those guys that you hate to play against, and you love to have him on your own team. And obviously Adam Foote was involved in this process. I did not talk to any of the players.
Last year there was obviously a little bit of dysfunction, a lot of dysfunction in the locker room, and led to you making some moves to alleviate that. Given Evander's history with teammates, is there any concern coming out of last year that there could be issues that arise?
Not that I was aware of here as of lately, and I don't know what you're referring to in regards of issues with teammates in the past. We all know that there has been some stuff in the past, but again, I have no problem with personalities. As long as they perform on the ice and fit in with the team rules off the ice, I've no issues or concern with players or what they're wearing and how they're driving to the games.
We're 48 hours away from the draft. You're holding the 15th pick. Don't want you to show your hand, but how do you see Friday playing out?
Yeah, it was interesting. I was just talking or sitting in, listening and talking to my scouting staff who's upstairs and do the final touches here on the list, the excitement they have on some of the players that might potentially be available. So we'll see here if talks heats up here over the next 48 hours or not.
Do you expect to pick at 15?
As of right now, I do. They haven't. I haven't talked to a lot of teams of moving up. Inquired more so on potential moving down in the draft.
The last time we chatted with you, the plan was for Elias Pettersson to get on the summer schedule working out. Have you chatted with Elias? What's his status? How's the summer going for Elias?
I have not chatted with Elias. I know that Adam Foote have met with Elias. I know my strength and conditioning staff are in touch with players. So far, Elias have been very transparent and very excited, and seems to be in a really good spot, and excited to be coming back with the new coaches here.
You can sign Thatcher Demko to an extension this summer. Is there any update on what your plan might be there with him?
It's been a really good conversation with Thatcher and his agent, and we'll see here over the next couple of days or weeks if we can get something in place.
Your boss, Jim, put a little pressure on you in the last press conference at the end of the year, basically saying you're going to go out and acquire a top six center because the free agent class wasn't really going to provide that. Where are you in that mission, and how hard is it to acquire one of those guys?
Well, I think based on what you see around the league here leading up to today, it's not a lot of movements, and I do believe the parity of the league means that teams want to have players in return, and I think it's too early to tell here what will happen prior to July 1st, but I do acknowledge that you're right in terms of what's available in the free agent market. So we'll see here. We still have a couple more days to be creative and find ways, but it's definitely not for a lack of trying.
And one last thing about chemistry, and I'm not talking about whatever problems Evander may have had in the past, but as you noted, he is a very strong individual, kind of marches to his own drum in some respects. With a dressing room where everyone has talked about the leadership and needing to build on that, do you have any concerns about such a strong individual coming into a group that's maybe trying to recalibrate its leadership after last season?
It's a fair question. I do believe, again, the conversation I had with Adam Foote and the way he goes about working with the leadership group here in the summer, and the addition on the coaching staff here with Brett McLean, Kevin Dean, and Scott Young, along with Sedins. I think we have enough resources here to help building our culture and standard within the room from the coaching staff.
Patrick, fantastic to see what happened in Abbotsford this year, especially with the playoff run. Did some players there open up your eyes to maybe change what you might do in the offseason to give them the opportunity to make your lineup?
Well, it's a great achievement. Very, very proud for that group and the fans out in Abbotsford. Very interesting to see some of the players there, how they grow and get confidence as the playoff went on. First-year guys as Kirill Kudratsev, Ty Mueller, Victor Mancini, along with guys that been up here, Baines, Carlson, Sasson. I think all those guys have put themselves in a different position here now. I think it's a healthy competition again, and I think those guys with Lekkerimäki, Ratty, several players that will come in there and compete for roster spots and make my decisions even harder. And based on, even conversation around the league now, I think those guys sure are getting more attention in terms of assets for a franchise.
Does Artur Shilov's MVP performance change the way that you view it, either signing Thatcher to an extension or moving Thatcher and having Artie come up here?
It was a hell of a performance. I'm happy for Artie. We know that he's a really good goalie, and this is just justifying that. That being said, we still got a couple of good goalies in the system there with Tolopilo and Ty Young that are more than ready to play as well. So we'll see here over the next couple of days and where things goes here with Thatcher, and we make decisions after that.
You talked about the difficulty of acquiring that top six center, parity in the league. Has that kind of proven to be a different challenge that maybe you didn't see coming when you were originally talking about it?
I think that's just credit to the league how good it is. You see how a team like Florida Panthers is built, and Edmonton Oilers as well. So I think that's where the challenges are, that a lot of teams want to have established players and then future assets.
Is it fair to say that the Evander Kane trade is kind of a result of that? Are you guys seeing that?
Well, I think it's more what's available on the market than what the cost that on players that are available, and if we even would have the capital to attract them to come here or not. So I think in this case, getting as I said, mid-6, top 9 winger with the pedigree as Evander, and the cost we had to give up to get him in here for a 1-year deal fitted us perfect here.
Does that change how you feel about re-signing Pius Suter? Because he feels like a guy that could fit a lot of that.
Yeah, no, I think Pius has been very valuable for our team for 2 years, and we like him a lot. Again, I respect he's in a situation where he put himself to be a unrestricted free agent and has the option to choose where he wants to play.
Do you anticipate this team will try to create some more cap space heading into July 1?
We'll see. I don't. Again, for me, it's not just about creating cap space. It's about seeing what options we have to make our team competitive.